In this episode, we are going to talk about device driver. So what does device driver mean? A device driver is a particular form of software application that is designed to enable interaction with hardware devices. Without the required device driver, the corresponding hardware device fails to work. A device driver may also be called a software driver. A device driver usually communicates with the hardware by means of the communications subsystem or computer bus to which the hardware is connected. Device drivers are operating system specific and hardware dependent. A device driver acts as a translator between the hardware device and the programs or operating systems that use it. What is the purpose of device driver? The sole purpose of a device driver is to instruct a computer on how to communicate with the input/output device, I/O, by translating the operating system's I/O instructions into a language that a device can understand. There are various types of device drivers for input-output devices such as keyboards, mice, CD/DVD drives, controllers, printers, graphics cards and ports. There are also virtual device drivers, VXD, which are device driver components that enable direct communication between a hardware device and an application. Virtual device drivers help to manage the data flow to enable multiple applications to access the same hardware without a conflict. When there is an interrupt, a signal from a hardware device, the virtual device driver configures the next instruction step based on the status of the hardware device settings. It is essential that a computer have the correct device drivers for all its parts to keep the system running efficiently. When first turning on a computer, the OS works with device drivers and the basic input/output system, BIOS, to perform hardware tasks. Without a device driver, the OS would not be able to communicate with the I/O device. Not only do physical hardware devices rely on a device driver to function, but software components do as well. Most programs access devices by using general commands. The device driver translates the language into specialized commands for the device. Where can I get device driver? Many device drivers are provided by the manufacturer or are available as built-in components of the OS. When hardware and software components are updated or replaced, this renders the device drivers obsolete.